When you hear the term martial arts anime, what usually comes to your mind? Is it Dragon Ball Z? Or history's strongest disciple Kenichi? What if I told you there's an anime that further surpasses this, but is not as well known? Does the name Kengan Ashura sound familiar? If not, that's perfectly fine. Today, we'll be looking at the main storyline in Kengan Ashura, and we'll be counting down our top 5 favorite fights in this series. We'll try not to reveal too much this time, as we want you to watch the series too. There will be light spoilers. If you guys find this video interesting, please let us know by smashing the like button. And if you enjoy the content on our video playlist and want to see more, just click subscribe. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell to get the latest updates. Storyline. Since the Edo period of Japan, there have always been gladiator arenas in areas where fighters are hired by wealthy business owners and merchants to engage in unarmed combat. The winner of the match takes all. Those businesses would settle on bets within the match, such as earning rights to construct a new building in the district, free products, or completely absorbing each other. These proxy fights were known as the Kengan Matches and were hosted by the Kengan Association. Fast forward ahead to the present, a middle-aged man named Yamashita Kazuo wanders at night before he stumbles upon an alleyway of 2 men. Analysing the situation more carefully, he sees that one of them, a muscular and tall beast, was challenged to a fight by a smaller man wearing a hoodie. Obviously rooting for the bigger and intimidating man, Kazuo watched as the hooded figure knocked down the giant Komada Shigeru with ease. This is where it all began. The hooded figure reveals himself as Tokita Ohma and now looks at the terrified Kazuo with a smirk on his face, saying, "So, do you want to fight too?" Being overwhelmed by the fighter's presence, Kazuo rejected his offer to engage in combat, and so Ohma left. Being called by the head boss of his job the next morning, Yamashita Kazuo met the man who would change his life forever, Nogi Hideki. Once again, an unexpected plot unfolds within the story, as Kazuo beats the man whom he saw easily defeat a giant, Tokita Ohma. Ohma's main goal is to fight. He loves to fight. Why? To prove that he is the strongest. Kazuo is appointed as Ohma's manager and is put through a series of tests to see if he is indeed a fit for the Nogi group. Throughout the course of the series, we see him go toe-to-toe with people of various strengths and sizes. The announcement of a tournament hosted by Mr. Nogi, more known as the Kengan Annihilation Tournament, was held for the position of the association's chairman, the highest attainable and most powerful position in the world, even feared by the world's government. Unknowingly, Ohma is happy to enter the tournament. He knows that he is able to fight strong guys, a challenge that he knows he will willingly take. A martial arts anime will not be complete without its intense and hype fights. Now that we've gotten the main story out of the way, let's count down our top 5 fights in Kengan Ashura. Number 5. Muteba Gizunga vs Meguro Masaki. It is a battle of the murderers. If you're not a fan of brutal fights, I'd say skip past this one, but if you are, welcome aboard. This fight is hands down one of the fights that made Muteba Gizunga one of my favorite fighters in the series. A mercenary who fights so technical and powerfully is incredible. On the other hand, Masaki, who was a judo practitioner, is also really incredible too. He's able to throw Muteba, who is 122 kilograms, with such power. This is added to the fact that he was wearing no gi too. With all brutal fights comes a brutal ending. I bet you didn't see that coming. Neither did Muteba, because that man is blind. Wow, how did he fight so well? It is revealed by Iwami Heavy Industries CEO, Toga, that Muteba had lost his sight when he was on the battlefield a while back. However, this wouldn't affect him as such, since his extraordinary perception makes up for this. The gruesome and horrendous fate of Meguro makes this fight the 5th pick on our list. Number 4. Kyozan Takeru vs Sekebayashi Jun. In this fight, we see the flip side in each fighter's backstories. Kyozan Takeru, a sumo wrestler who abandoned sumo, and Sekebayashi Jun, a wrestler who gave everything he got for pro wrestling. Sekebayashi definitely has the balls to provoke his opponent within the fight. He shows up rocking the exact same hairstyle as Kyozan, the traditional sumo bun, also known as chonmage. As the fight drags on, we see ferocious blows, bombs dropped, and slaps that have impact. However, what made this fight very spectacular is seeing that Sekebayashi stuck to his roots. He followed the principle of wrestling that was embedded in him since he was still training. That is, to never guard. It is seriously an empowering and motivational fight that shows that if you continue to believe in your abilities, you will definitely win. Number 3. Imai Cosmo vs Akoya Seishu. Speaking of never giving up, I heard it was one of the fighter's middle names. Imai Never Give Up Cosmo, the youngest fighter in the series, had joined the tournament at just the age of 19 and is regarded as a fighting prodigy. This is only further proved in his fight against Dirty Enforcing Justice cop Akoya Seishu. He kinda looks like Kazuya Mishima from the Tekken series. The weight and height advantage was definitely in favor of Akoya, who has strong defense, inhuman reflexes, and unparalleled strength. Compared to Cosmo, who was of smaller build, extremely agile, and an expert grappler. If we were to describe this fight, it would be one of pain, agony, and determination. If you didn't get chills when Cosmo screamed, "I am the king of stranglers" in my Cosmo towards the end where he put Akoya into submission, then this probably wasn't your favorite fight. Number 2. Tokita Ohma vs Kure Ryan. This was just a battle of the divas, a fight against the Ashura and the Devil. Both fighters are the same build, squared off. However, we are shown at the beginning that Ryan was able to overwhelm Ohma with just brute force alone. In a pinch, Ohma had transformed into his greatest form, which gave him super speed and power. However, it had severe drawbacks such as increased injury, hallucinations, and memory loss. Being informed that Ohma was on the verge of death, Kazuo knew that he wouldn't give up, and found the secret to the Kure clan's secret technique, removal. Sometimes in the series, we want to see an all-out brawl, and this fight definitely captures this extremely well. Number 1. Yaolang Wangsawat vs Kano Agito. Everyone is scared to face off against the Fang. His overwhelming power and ability to evolve after each fight only adds to his intimidation factor. And what's more, an opponent that has squared off against him loses their will to fight afterwards, mentally scarring them. Fans in the series can agree that Yaolang vs Kano is one of the most intense and well-written fights. We see someone go toe-to-toe with the Fang, in that he's just outclassing him with lightning speed jabs. Although Yaolang ultimately lost in the end and shattered his right fist, Kano admits that in the end, he was never able to beat the heavyweight boxer in blows and acknowledges his power. Very fearful indeed. That's all we have for this time around. Let us know down in the comments which Kengan fight was your favorite and why. Preparing to surprise your loved ones who's a huge fan of animes? Luckily, Music Chest has a wide variety of collectible items and creative surprise gifts just in store for you. You can check out our website and see some creative and adorable gifts that will surely surprise your loved ones at www.musicchess.com. This has been Music Chess with the best of Kengan Ashura, signing out.